Hey Legionnaires and Dawnless Days fans, we're back with another Dawnless Days siege battle for you here today, and we have a glorious 1v1 here on Helm's Deep, and we have a very different Wood Elf faction here defending in the Hornburg here today. The Lords of Asgarland from the Woodland Realm leading the way here, blasting away. Look at that volley fire that they are doing. That looks excellent, it really does. Keep firing, boys, keep firing. But just do as much damage as possible to the enemy here today. And the enemy itself is in fact the orcs of Mordor, and they are getting absolutely focused down right now by these Lords of Asgard and these Uruk Throng. They have actually nothing to attack on this deeping wall here, as you can see. There is literally not a single elf defending here, which I think is quite shameful. Yeah, I've been told that this replay is really close nonetheless, even though they did not defend the outer wall. So I'm looking forward to seeing how close this one is. The elves have 0 balance power in their favor, really. Look at that, 1,745 against 4,200. So yeah, massively out of their favor. There are trolls as well, which are shifting the balance power so far out of the favor of the elves. But yeah, this is an insane sort of start here for the elves. It's going to be interesting to see how this goes. Do let me know in the comments who you're rooting for. Are you team Woodland Realm or are you team Mordor? Because I'd be interested to know who you guys are rooting for. I don't know who I'm rooting for, to be honest. I kind of want Mordor to win because the Wood Elves are kind of defending up here, but the Wood Elves as well are one of my favorite factions, if not my favorite faction. So yeah, I don't know if I want to see these guys lose. And I mean, in fairness, with 1,700 elves, I was about to call them orcs, it is kind of asking a lot to try and defend both the wall and also the Hornburg as well. But yeah, fire arrows coming in. I think they're trying to rout the supply barrel crew. It is a valid tactic, but it's a very dangerous tactic. And I mean, they're just allowing the archers here, the elven archers, to focus on these Uruk archers. To be honest, I'd save the bow ammo. I mean, I guess they want to try and get rid of the supply barrel, because if that supply barrel says that is allowing the Lords of Asgard here to basically just resupply, which will be dangerous, because they have given up the other 2 supply barrels over here that they already have, because they're not defending the deeping wall. But that final third one is still going to be able to do a lot of damage by resupplying those elven archers up there. And yeah, already 1 Uruk archer down, and it looks like another one will be falling very shortly as well, already losing 70 orcs there. But yes, it's good to be back with some more Dawnless Days. I do have a whole load of replays to showcase now. I've been sent so many. It's brilliant. Do keep sending them in, guys. This one's actually from a few months ago that I was sending this one. And yeah, I was like, it was at a point when we had a lot of Helm's Deep replays. So I was kind of like, you know what? We'll hold off on doing just back-to-back Helm's Deep replays. We'll do something a little bit different, find some different replays, and we'll come back to this one. And yeah, I feel like it's been a little while since we've had a Helm's Deep siege, at least a couple of weeks. So yeah, we are back here at the infamous Rohirrim Fortress. It is one of the coolest maps as well. It really is. That the devs have done. I mean, their work is so great. It really is. They put so much detail and so much time and effort into each and every map and unit they put together. It just, the mod is just, every time it's a new update, just goes to a whole new level. It really is insane. That is concerning though for the elves. I mean, Lords of Asgard here already out of ammo. I haven't really killed off a single orc unit. I mean, well, apart from these archers, they killed those off. I mean, they count, I guess. The orc archers, though, are kind of actually, they are not using up their ammo at all and not giving a chance to. I'd pull back the archers now. You're going to need those for later on into the game, potentially. But yeah, so that is not so good. But the orcs have plenty more troops to send in. I mean, they are already less than 4,000. They've already lost, yeah, a good sort of 500 troops already. It's mainly those archers, but also some Uruk Throng as well. But they could resupply. Oh, actually, no, they can't. They can't resupply. The orcs have achieved their objective. They've actually killed the supply barrel crew off. So they just pull back the archers. I don't know why these guys are still here just getting shot up, but they are, which is interesting enough. We are also seeing Servants of the Eye getting sent forward here. So they look like they're going to get sent in. They, when dismounted, as you may be aware now, I have said it in so many replays, they do turn into a pretty good infantry unit. It's almost like a special forces unit because it's so small. They are very good, very elite. So yeah, they're going to send in the crack troops first, looks like, to try and break through, along with maybe these Uruk Throng. Oh, we can't. The gate is always a pain for camera, but but what's in there is a pole arm and a spear. So it's, yeah, the gate wardens and also the hall guardians, both in there. A very good combo, that's for sure. First mistake made by the elves, I've already noted, and hopefully the orcs have also noted as well, is that they've not defended this slope over here. They need to defend this slope here, because... Oh, they have. Oh, I'm just being silly. They are just defending here. Just an odd place to defend. But it, I guess, is the cheesiest spot you can defend. You can't be side-shotted. If you defend, like, here, you can get side-shotted from all the way down here on this slope, I get, like, at the bottom. But by standing there, you kind of get the block of this tower, which I guess is this where the Horn of Helm Hammerhand's held, I guess. I don't really see the top of it at the moment. If where do we go, like... Yeah, there you go. You can see the top. I guess that's where, like, the Horn of Helm Hammerhands is up there. Or something like that. But yeah, I was thinking that they hadn't defended here, but they have. Because that does actually access the inner sanctum of the Hornburg. You come out through this cave here. So it's a very good spot to try and break through. If I was the orcs, I would try and batter that area down. Not easy to actually support with archer fire. I would try and batter that area down with, yeah, as many swords and shock infantry as you can, to be honest. I think the elves have certainly... they've penned themselves back really early on, and I think that's going to work in favour for the orcs in some ways. Oh my gosh. I think these Servants of the Eye have just been... Yeah, they've been focused down. Oh my gosh. Look at that. They got focused down as they were coming forward. I think that's just they stood there for a minute and then they've now got in. The first sort of engagement, melee engagement, is going to be on those Servants of the Eye. We've got the Shock Infantry here, which I always forget their name. Forest Wardens? Forest Sentinels, that's what they're called. They've been able to chop down the Servants there. We are going to see a mounted variant of the Servants of the Eye coming forward. Try and maybe get those Forest Sentinels there. Might just dismount on the ramp and go in themselves. Nope, they're getting out of that. But yeah, I don't imagine that strategy of sort of dismounting your melee cav is going to last for much longer. Imagine that's going to be changed in the next patch. I could be wrong, but I have a feeling more than likely it will be. Yeah, Helm's Deep, one of those maps that you feel like, oh, the attackers have no chance, absolutely have no chance of breaking through. But as the battle progresses, it certainly becomes more and more likely that actually they are scrambling for resources. And already, look at this. We are, what, 5 minutes into the replay? Elves are practically out of ammo on all their units. No supply barrels unless they go and fight down to the other ones, which would be cool to see them take the offensive to try and reclaim their supply barrels. But all these archers are pretty much out of ammo. It's insane. Legless with his Elven Palace Guard instead. So we've got Warriors of Ardor on. We also have Last Breath and... War of the Mountains on as well, but none of those being used in today's replay. Just Warriors of Ardor, really. So yeah, it should be interesting to see how this goes down. I might make a quick cut because Mordor isn't really doing anything. He's just capturing this point here. I don't know if he's going to attack straight away. This battle has got a long time on it, but I think there's quite a few periods of inactivity, just going off the size of the battle, obviously. Numbers already are looking a lot better for the forces of good. I mean, it's down to a 2,000 sort of man difference, which is already, yeah, really good for them. They've killed off nearly 1,000 orcs to minimal losses of their own, really, there. So, yeah, not a bad result at all. We'll see whether these guys go in. The Uruk bodyguards over here, they might do. If they do, then we won't need to make a cut. And if they don't, I'll see you in about 5 minutes, probably, when the orcs finally attack. But I would say that these guys might be about to go in, unless they're going to stand right in front of the gate, which they also might do. But this is really good. No ammo for the defenders means those trolls and those pole arms, those guards of the teeth, are going to be pretty safe from any sort of threat. Massive mistake there. They have stopped, and I think I'm going to make a quick cut because, yeah, it doesn't look like Mordor is at all ready to go in. It looks like he's bringing forward another Othrod Uruk bodyguard, which he's glitched in another general. Like unique generals. So yeah, very cheeky, but it might be needed, you know, in today's game. But yeah, so I'll see you guys when Mordor makes their first attack. So here we are literally seconds after I just said I'll see you in a minute when Mordor makes his attack. I fast forwarded for like not even probably like half a second, and immediately Mordor charged in the Uruk bodyguards. Very impatient. I really did not think they were going to just, you know, send these guys in unsupported. I thought they might bring forward some pole arms or something else, but no, apparently they're going to send in the Uruk bodyguard, and they have countercharged again with the sentinels. But yeah, That is the first engagement down there. Uruk body is going in. I would have thought something else is going to come forward here. Seventh the Eye maybe might get sent in. Don't know if the orcs have gone in over here yet. No, they have not. They're still gathering. Still have got, you know, archers. A lot of these archers have at least, you know, re-rallied and still have a lot of their ammo, which is, you know, of use. Again, they're shooting Seventh the Eye, which is, yeah, really odd that they are just so scared of these guys, to be honest. I don't think Some see how they are dangerous, granted. Oh gosh, we can see under the earth. That's quite scary. Yeah, I don't think they're worth shooting with missile ammo. You want to be using that on, like I said, trolls and polearms, things that, you know. Well, trolls can soak up ammo quite nicely. Polearms, though, you know, they're pretty much free game to archer fire. The swords in there, no surprise, are losing. They are charging head-on into a polearm and an elite spear, which, to be honest, that elite spear can hold very, very nicely. But like I said, this isn't going to be a marathon, not a sprint, so I hope you got yourselves some snacks and some drinks. Mordor is going to be here for a little while as they chip away at the defenses of the elves, I imagine. Or, you know, maybe they will fail to break through, and maybe they will be chipped away themselves by these elite elves. Yeah, this is another passage point through. If you're unaware when playing on Helm's Deep, Uruks are dying. Again, it's a similar sort of scenario going on here. Spears and polearms holding that. But you can just go up through this little passageway here, which you access from the walls, and then you appear here. And then you often are running into an enemy like this. It looks like a sneaky way in. You're like, oh wow, that's really sneaky. Most players are aware of it. Do not worry. They will have something very nasty waiting for you the other side. And oh boy, do they. Again, some sort of combo going on over here. Seventh the Eye being sent in along with the Uruk Throng. I don't think, yeah, I mean, the spears are winning. No surprise. There's another sword being sent in. Yeah, a second Uruk Throng being sent in there. Archers, I mean, they could set up the archers again, I think, back outside the walls. They could try and loop stuff over the walls. Stuff is losing in here, though. Forest Sentinels losing. No surprise, they're in a prolonged melee. They don't want to stay in there. I'd pull them out, get them ready for another charge later on down the line. They have brought a lot of these Forest Sentinels, so they're relying heavily on a tier 2 shock to try and help hold the line. I mean, the rest of their infantry is all tier 4. Like the spears and the polearms. They brought no Lasgarland blades, which is surprising because they are a very good sword. There you go, yeah, Forest Sentinels. They need to pull out and they need to reorganize. Go again. Lasgarland Rangers. Wait, I mean, they're pretty good at melee as well, the Rangers. They have decent melee stats. They just have pretty poor armor. The Forest Sentinels have been pulled back. I mean, even the Lords of Lasgarland also a pretty good hybrid. They can do some nasty work. Polearms and spears holding the line. Like I said, this is going to take a while to break through. Both these units can hold for ages as well. And there you go, missile fire is coming in. Oh, it's from the elves though. Yeah, this is also happens. The elves, or any defender, can just set up infantry on this inside of the wall here. If you actually open up this space that you can let the enemies into, you can make an absolute horrendous killing zone. Luckily for the orcs, elves use up most of their ammo and they have no supply barrel to access. So might not at least get executed so much. But yeah, it turns what's already a pretty horrendous choke point into just a nightmare. And I've seen attacks stall so often here. It is, yeah, pretty bad. It's not my most favorite spot to attack. I think the gate is always more viable because you can't really missile support it very easily as a defender. You're just shooting from pretty much up here, which is sort of front on, but it is also sort of arcing. So you are getting some better angle shots, but it's always a better way to go. I think in this scenario as well, I think early commitment of a polearm could work. Like the Guards of the Teeth, or the Trolls potentially later down the line once you've battered these Hall Guardians a little bit. Yeah, with such early commitment of the enemy's archers, Polearm's going to have a pretty chill time moving forward. Like Legolas is on the dregs of ammo, as is the Lasgallan Ranger there. Over on this side, oh, they have started their attack. Again, similar sort of results. A lot of dead orcs, not a lot of dead elves at the moment. Like I said, that's going to change. These elves will get exhausted. They've got to stay in this melee. The orcs can keep throwing in fresh troops. Mainly because the unfresh troops are all dead. Rotting. What's going on with this shadow here? So straight. This guy literally just fighting on his own, surrounded by orcs. He doesn't give a damn. He's willing to risk his immortal life for the good of the Woodland Realm. He's dead now, though. As we zoomed out, he just died there. Look in peace. Yeah, orcs are dying. But they are, you know, chipping away. Like I said, they've only killed 5 of those Gate Wardens. Oh, God. It's going to be a long afternoon, that's for sure, for those orcs. Still plenty of them to go in. A shock will I think sending a shock or two would be a very good idea as well. I'm glad they have brought plenty of shock. Yeah, we've got Mordor Uruks here again, as I've stated in so many videos now, I think. I feel like a broken record. These aren't actually a Mordor unit. It's a Warriors of Ardor unit. So if you're playing Dawnless Days, like vanilla, and you're like, why have I not got Mordor Uruks for Mordor? It's because they're a Goblin unit. Warriors of Ardor just adds them to Mordor's roster as well, which, fair enough. But it kind of just, the idea of Warriors of Ardor is all well is fun to an extent, but it does make most factions a bit too well-rounded. Mordor's supposed to have some weakness. The shock is kind of, I wouldn't say a weakness. I still think the ones they have are pretty solid, you know, bang for their buck. They actually can get some really good work done, and they're big units. But yeah, they don't have any tier 3. They have tier 1, tier 2. They're not allowed tier 3 because they've got tier 3 and 4 stuff in other departments. So they need to have a weakness somewhere. It's a bit like Dale. Dale doesn't have any shock infantry unless you had Warriors of Ardor. It used to back in the day. Lake Town Guard used to be a shock infantry before they became a polearm. You remember that? You are truly an OG. Yeah, as you can see, no real ground being gained. I mean, I don't even think they need to send these Lords of Lasgallan in, but they are providing some kills for these orcs at least, because they're dropping kind of steadily actually. Since we've been here, they've already lost 3-4 guys now. They're dropping kind of steadily. Numbers wise, yeah, already the orcs looking like they're nearly at halfway to their losses. Elves, they've lost 300, which you think, 300, that's not a lot of troops, Pope. This is going to be really one-sided. Leaves them only with 1,400 troops, 300. If they lose another 300, they're just over 1,000 men left, or elves left. So yeah, it's a big deal actually for them. Orcs over here kind of getting farmed as they retreat. I think this choke point over here is going to require a Morgul Raider to charge that in. And maybe. The spears are kind of actually behind the polearm formation, so you might not actually get a great charge onto the swords, but that would be my my plan. If the spear comes a bit further forward, charge in the shock infantry, you'll get some good kills. You could cycle charge potentially. There's shock coming in here as well, and I just feel like the orcs are slowly getting pushed further and further back. There's also more and more troops being flooded into this area, so the space they've got to fight over is getting smaller and smaller, like that. Space they can operate. Yes, they hunger for elven flesh, the orcs. They are about to break. A lot of these Uruk Throng are about to go. Those arrows, oh, what are they firing? What are they firing at? Oh, they're firing at the general. I think most of those hits miss because they hit the tower here. But they're firing at the general, Witch King coming forward. Surely he's not being sent in. I'm surely he's just going to get set up and maybe do some, just some war cries and things like that. That would be not a bad idea. I know since the icon pop war cry as well. At least they used to be able to. I don't know if they still. I presume they still can. I'm doubting myself. Absolutely, definitely can. Because if you bring Warcry yourself as for your general, like you can have the Witch King double Warcry, which is super powerful. Yeah, the orcs here definitely getting... Look at this, they're getting massacred. This attack certainly failed. Uruk from here. I mean, they're getting sent into the fresh Uruks. They're going to be met by the stench of rotting flesh of hundreds of dead orcs already in here. I mean, the spear, yeah, it's lost like 20 troops. Slightly more than that. That is it.
The enemy refuses to admit defeat. Their unit has rallied.
Oh. I like how it's all really muffled when you come into the gate here. Sevens the eye being sent back in the brave, what, 7 guys there. What are the numbers looking like? Yeah, they've lost a few more since we've last looked, but lost nearly another 200 of the elves. They are slowly, like I said, getting chipped away. The orcs, hopefully, when they they need to maybe start thinking about singing a pole arm, I'd say, maybe changing it up. If they only got the one, looks like it. I would have maybe brought a second guard of the teeth as well. But yeah, they've got a few more Uruks to send in. They've still got the Mordor Uruks as well. Olokai, obviously, if they get sent in, they could end up getting huge kills here as well. Mordor Uruks have already seen action over here, and they've lost quite a lot of troops. Forest Sentinels, yeah, they've just cut their way through all these troops here. The bodyguard, yeah, Orthrod there, I don't know if he's dead. No, he's not, I can still see him. He's rallying the boys, he's like, come on, we'll go back in. Who wants elven flesh? And they're like, yeah, let's go. Sentinels though in here, yeah, they are slowly getting killed off. I don't know if they started with the bronze chevrons or if they've earned those. If it's the same unit that's been in here since the beginning of the fight, I would imagine they've earned those, but I can't imagine they've used the same one mold. I don't know, maybe. I think they might have all just had these these bronze chevrons, at least one. It looks because yeah, they all seem to be, at least that's a fresh unit and has one left. They're actually being sent around, those Forest Sentinels. They're being sent to this side here. Yeah, the general is in here. Why is the Witch King being sent in so early? Crazy stuff here from the Mordor player. Surely he's going to pull him out. There is the Witch King right on the front line, getting himself some kills. I mean, they are pushing the orcs. They're pushing the elves back here. Oh gosh, the camera hates me here. Try and just move it slightly to have a look at something different. And you end up halfway up the tower. There you go, shock and going in. That's exactly what needs to happen here. I pull out the Witch King now. They sort of keep cycle charging things like this, and they're doing damage. As you can see here, this Gate Warden is losing. It's huge, and now, yeah, the Forest Sentinels have been sent over here. I think they're going to try and counter charge. Witch King's pulled out. Good. It's the right thing to do. And we're going to see Uruk Throng go in now. Morgul Raiders, yeah. Struggling a little bit there by the looks of it. There you go, yeah, the Uruk Throng going to keep... And yeah, it looks like actually the Gate Wardens were losing because of the Witch King, not really much else. Where these archers could get set up somewhere, I don't know, and try and bait some elves. Oh, here come the trolls. Trolls are being committed. Exciting. So yeah, it looks like Uruk, Mordor Uruk's being pulled back. And we're going to see Olokai go in. All Guardians are down to 47. That's pretty bad. I've seen Olokai kill full units, so a 47-man unit is doable. There's ever so slightly some dregs of ammo on these rangers here, but that's not going to stop them. Legolas, I don't think, has got any ammo either. No. So we'll see how this goes. The trolls are absolutely in their right to try and pull through if they want to. Forest Sentinels going in, they're going to counter charge, and the trolls leave. They are running away. Oh, they're going to try and bait out the Forest Sentinels. I think that's the play, maybe. I don't know, they've re-counter charged. I mean, they're getting shot, but I think that's maybe why they're falling back, is because they're getting shot. But these Rangers are nearly out of ammo. It's really not going to do any damage. More Mordor Uruks being sent that way. I'd commit the polearms as well. I commit everything at this point, just on this this front here. Get it all in there and just, you know, see whether you can break through.
The men are broken and are fleeing.
Got the remains of Othrod. I can still see him there at the foot of the troll. Yeah, they should kill off that range here. And I'm actually seeing Legolas as well get sent in here. I think that is Legolas. Yeah, Legolas with his Palace Guard going in. So both sides coming their generals very early on here at different points. Mordor's still not done actually setting in his general either. We're just talking about that. And you can see Gate Wardens, they are losing. Without that Gate Warden support, the Hall Guardians might start to drop a little bit more. There come the Shock Infantry once again. Counter charge the Witch King. They come back through the porthole.
Enemy units have returned to the battle.
Shock Infantry is losing there. More Raiders are, you know, probably seeing a little bit too much action. I think they do need to send in a sword. They'll fight a little bit better in prolonged melee, then allow this Morgul Raider. I mean, it says fresh, but they always just do better with a bit of a charge bonus. And there's still, you know, like over 100 of them. They can still get a lot of damage done on those. Trolls are actually dropping already. 7 out of 8. They are winning, though, in their fight. But, yeah, they need support up here. I mean, what we got up here, Mordor Uruks also are winning. Hopefully that Olokai is the only one to die for a little while, because, yeah, the Orcs are banking on these Trolls to really break them through. Keep smacking them down, boys. Keep smacking down these elite elves. And they do break up formations, which is just so useful. Oh, no, there goes another one. That is not good. 6 remain. They are knocking their way through. I mean, the elves don't really have reserves of, like, elite troops. I mean, they do have these ones over here, but if Mordor just keeps these troops here, he has to also, the elves also have to keep those troops there. So yeah, it's in their interest to just let the Trolls do their thing. I'd probably send the polearms in, like I said, as well, and just really start to get prodding at those phalanxes and just see what you can get done. When Legolas also going in here, I mean, I don't think it'll matter too much. If he dies, elven morale is very good. Numbers-wise, they're now sub 1,000. It is literally still 2-to-1 in odds. It is pretty close, actually. If they keep up with this sort of, you know, rate, it is going to come down to the wire. And they're now down to 5 Trolls. Lasgal and Rage, they still have ammo apparently. They're obstructed so they couldn't fire. How? Anyway, we're going to see Lords of Lasgal and go in another arch unit that's not going to be able to withstand these Trolls. Well, I say that. The Trolls are losing. They've got 4 out of 8 of them left. Mordor Uruks in here trying to help as well. I mean, they're breaking up the formation of the Trolls, of the Elves. Which is great. They just need to take advantage of it now. And they are stabilizing the elves over there. That is concerning. If you're rooting for Team Mordor, that is concerning. Like I said, archers, they need to do something. Still got a lot of archer ammo here, and they're not really doing anything with it. It is difficult for them to do much. We've got an archer unit now positioned up here. It's all well and good, but it can't really do much from there. Might need to, you know, try and set up here, and just try and get some side shots to just shoot it into this mess. This is looking really good, though, actually, for the Orcs. This is really, really good. This is the most concerning spot. All Guardians here losing. Gate Wardens broken. I repeat, Gate Wardens broken. Witch King is falling back. Good. He can't really afford to go in many more times. The shock here, cycle charging is really helping. But yeah, I don't know what they can do. I mean, then we could maybe get the Uruk-Archers set up here where the Witch King is and shoot. You could have then shock infantry behind, and if the elves dare charge out, they can sort of counter charge. And the archers are pretty ineffective. To use them as bait not a bad idea, to be honest. It's like either you get baited out to come and attack them, or you get shot for free. Oh, look, high here, 3 out of 8. Uruks in there of Mordor also breaking. And when I mean Uruks of Mordor, I mean the shock infantry. Here we go. Finally, we're going to see the guards of the teeth. For these black Numenorian boys, look like the mouth of Sauron. Had a load of kids and gave them all pole arms. They're going in. This is the reserves of Mordor now being sent in. See the trolls there battling away. All those banners high, boys. We're going in one last time. Have they gone in on the other side? No. They cannot afford to attack here, in my opinion. They need to try and pin the pole arms and the spears down if possible. I mean, they might just retreat anyway, like the elves, to the inner sanctum. Should they do? That's great. I think that's a good move for Mordor. Oh, Guardians at a silver chevron. My gosh. Trolls are still in there. They are now combat even, which is good, I guess. They probably should pull them back and let them rest up, but there's a bit of danger pulling them back, I think. Danger they just get speared.
The men are broken and running for their lives.
Legolas is still in here. He's still relatively healthy. One of the units has used all its ammo. Oh, that must be that ranger. It's finally out of ammo. It's insane. I don't know what it was doing. This is still concerning. Over here. Oh, we got it. Oh, we do have a last Garland blade. I lied. They have some last Garland blades. I did not think they brought any. Well, that's good that they do have some because they're going to need them here. They are truly pinned back at this gate. That's insane. They've finally battered through a polearm, an elite polearm, an elite spear, and then also some shock. They got any more Lords of Asgard? They can't have surely. Oh no, they do. They have another whole fresh unit here ready to go. Gosh, these elves, they just have so much, too much. I mean, you say that they still have 800 of them. Balance power has shifted a bit in their favor. Another troll drops. They're down to 2. What is it? I mean, the casualties are like insane. I mean, like Hall Guardians have lost 50, still holding on, obviously. No question of doubt. I still think the polearm should maybe get sent in. They need to withdraw these Uruk Throng to allow it to happen. But then they need to send, like, yeah, the polearms in, then the Throng to support. Is exactly what the elves have been doing. Just supporting their polearms with their infantry, just to guard them, protect them. I think it's a good idea. Over on this side here, yeah, Morgul Raiders, they are slowly but surely all dying out. I do think once those archers have... sorry, the archers should be deployed once the shock infantry is all dead. And just use up the ammo. We've got more archers being sent over here as well. We've got a tiny little shock unit as well. So yeah, they're really like scraping the barrel right now for reserves. Fair, so Mordor. They haven't got loads left over here. Balance power again, I think, has shifted. 800 against 1400. I think that might be because all the trolls are gone. Oh god, we're under the earth. Like I said, the camera hates me on this map. It really does.
The whole unit has been destroyed.
Look at this bronze and golden armor just being dented and spattered by rusting axes. I can see the Witch King in there. He's right over here by my cursor, so he's not quite on the front line, but he's very close to it. Mordor, if he loses his general, is in a lot bigger trouble, like I said, than the elves. A lot of these orc units here don't have the greatest of morales, and they don't need to get very low, put it like that, on man count to have a master out. I wouldn't say they'd have a master out yet, because it's quite close. But if it got close, I certainly think if they were at 700, say, like the elves are, they would mass route. Elves, though, they are in no question of mass route. Those odds are pretty good. It's better than 2-to-1 odds at the moment. They've actually managed to claw this back and get it sort of in their favor. All the trolls are gone. The pole arms are being sent in. They are fighting the Lords of Lasgalen down here.
A unit is running from the enemy.
Guards of the Teeth, they need to try and start winning some of these melees in soon. They need to somehow try and like defeat the Gate Wardens and also the Hall Guardians. Yeah, just get some stuff done. Urukarshas, again, like I said, need to also probably get used somewhere. I mean, they could just set them up here now, shoot over the walls if they can. I don't know if it's how easy it is to do, if it's even feasible to do, but they need to start using their ammo. Just keep, the elves like numbers down as much as possible. Like theirs are dropping as well. I was going to say I felt like the elves are losing this fight here. The Lasgalen Blade's pretty low. Lords of Lasgalen, it's because they're getting cycle charged here by Mordor Raiders. General is dead! That is, oh, why are we going there? That is the Witch King dead. That is huge. Witch King is gone. Well. I did say he probably shouldn't be going in anymore, but he keeps going in. That was a risk. Legolas is still alive as far as I'm aware as well. I can't see him. Oh, there he is. Hello, sir. Cheering them on. We have so many rangers and stuff like that still alive over here. But with no general, that's going to really help the situation here for the elves of the Woodland Realm. They will much appreciate that. Should make the challenge a little less challenging. And yeah, Guards Teeth, yeah, they're struggling. I think they're baiting out the elves, which is not a bad idea. They're going to try and get them to run onto their pole arms. See if we can get a better angle from the outside. Yeah, sort of, but not really. It's a really awkward gate to try and get angles in.
I'm going to throw down their weapons and are fleeing.
It has worked. The elves are running onto their pole arms a little bit. They could do maybe a one pike push here with the Guards of the Teeth. Bounce power just shifted back in favor of Mordor. I just saw it just edge that way a little bit. 600 against 1,100 orcs. It is mightily close. That's sure. A lot of wavering troops here are throwing, and we've got wavering Mordor Uruks as they go into battle. Yeah, it's just the polearms now left on that side there. Still yet to see these two units commit. Archers, they are moving around, but they're not really doing anything. And they are now victorious on this side here, are Mordor. They're going to rush through. They're going to be into the inner sanctum here of the defenses. Oh gosh, this is also an equally horrible place to try and set up a camera. There you go, they are through this morning, and they kind of like spawn. I don't know, like they don't come through the black abyss, sort of just appear here. Yeah, they're not sitting in that last Lasgalen, but they look at that. They kind of spawn behind the front line a little bit. There's like, hello, surprised to see us. And now they should cut down a few of these units. A Hall Guardian, especially, in a bit of a bad spot. Lasgalen Blades haven't really been given an attack command either, so they might just get picked apart a little bit here. Polearms are winning, which, yeah, they are going back and forth winning this fight at the moment. I don't know who they're beating. Not the other polearms, probably the Lasgalen Rangers in here. Yeah, is what's been beaten. And that's good. This is what we need to see, is these Guards and Thieves slowly chipping away at the enemy. They can get a lot of kills as well.
An entire unit has perished.
Keep chipping away. Yeah, they're back to combat even now. 70 of them left. Once these guys die here, there's no more threats on this side. So the elves can start to shift reserves elsewhere. I mean, they're already kind of doing that with these rangers. They're already being shifted over here. And then actually, the last Garden Blades are starting to win. They've kind of killed off all those Hall Guardians. It's now just the last Garden Blades here that just need dealing with. Can't really easy cycle charge coming through this spawn point, so it kind of null and voids the Morgul Raiders a little bit. I don't know where these archers could be of use anywhere. Like I said, there's something they could just be set up outside here and try to shoot the rangers that are just waiting inside. It's just sort of free kills to get. Lords of Asgard here are just voluntarily running themselves onto the pole arms of the Guards of the Teeth. Don't know if that's really a wise idea. I'd fall back and sort of reorganize. Because this elven push here it's not gone too great. It's kind of worked out well for Mordor. They've sort of, managed to, bait out the elves a little bit. They've managed to get their pole arms set up where they want, and they've been able to stab those elves quite nicely. And yeah, there you go. Lords of Asgard finally going to rout. Down at 7 troops, and they look like they might rout there. 470 against 900 orcs.
What shame is there in death? No! Good death!
There you go. Uruk's dying. Looks like the Witch King's going to go too. I don't know if there's the archers over here. They've got a lot of archers. Yeah, I don't think they can fire through that gate. Do anything. They've got a shock infantry that's now moving around to this flank here, so to try and keep some sort of pressure on that side, which is good to see. But nothing else really that can be done. And I think we're going to see the elves here. I think they're going to dash through. I think they've seen that there's just archers on the other side. And yeah, there you go. They are appearing, and they're going to go and rush. There's Mordor, there's Uruk archers. These should be the easiest kills they've had all day. Looks like they're going to fire whilst in melee, which is very cheeky. Like I said, the camera here is awful. But yeah, they're now at least getting some shots off. They might be able to do some damage. Then you go, last Garden Blade's getting focused down whilst in melee. Range is also the same. It looks like they're just going to potentially set... Oh gosh. Looks like they're going to potentially just set up and try and... form a shield wall, let the rangers do the work, kill these guys off. Yeah, that can't be doing any good for the balanced power and for their man count. Yeah, look at that. Each volley is doing a ridiculous amount of damage. They're losing a lot of troops with each volley. It's about like 10 or 12, if not more. Which in this stage of the game, that's pretty big. And they're pulling through. I don't know if they meant to. I think they're pulling through because they want to try and engage the full unit to stop it from firing whilst in melee. Shouldn't really fire whilst in melee. Shouldn't also really pull through. So both as bad as each other in a way. Actually, they're still firing, still blasting these last Garden Rangers. Sending the Mordor Uruks. They can get it. They can probably finish up these units here, and that's then going to open up this choke point once again. Nothing for them to. Have defend over there, just they could send more rangers. But yeah, now really, what needs to happen is that these Guards of the Thief just stand here, just be patient, and then let that other attack take place. And then the same with the Uruk Throng here, just stand, be patient. It's going to be a super, super close finish here. 700 against 300. But yeah, in the choke point where relatively no action usually takes place in Helm's Deep, there's going to see a lot of action now.
The whole unit has been destroyed.
Keep fighting on. Orc archers, though, are they being committed into melee? No, they've routed. Orc archers are routed. That's fair enough. Mordor Orcs very much. They are very much killing these guys off. It is now just a melee fight. Still get these archers into play. They should need to get these reserve archers they have over here. Get them trying. I mean, they don't need to side shot. They're going to win these fights. But if more elves get sent here, which they are, and pole arms are now being prepared here. Oh, they're gonna cheese it out. They're gonna wait there. That's fair enough. I mean, then what you got to do is you got to maybe make an attack with these swords, maybe try and give it a go against the gate wardens. We are seeing the pole arms going in once again. They have been sent in. They are dying.
Our men flee the field of battle.
Guards are team. Oh, what's that formation they're forming up? They're just dying. They are dying. Fall back. Fall back, sir. 39 nonetheless. Shaken, but not stirred. They're very much still in that fight. They might bait out some of the spears. No, they have not. The Wooden Realm player is being smart. He's being safe. Oh, it's going to be close, it's for sure. Last guy on range, are they sending more through or are they pulling them back? I really can't tell. Looks like more coming out. Couldn't really easily tell you. No, they have not broken. Okay, so the archers broke. I thought for a minute the Mordor Urks had broken. I was going to say, that's insane for the health of them. There you go. That's huge. Now we're kind of in a bit of a stalemate. Mordor and Wooden Realm both have sort of like, ground themselves down, and no one's going to really want to make that next move. Mordor has a double the man count. That does not really matter because they don't have a general. So they could break quite easily here. And I don't... Well, the Wooden Realm doesn't have to push. They can just run the clock down and just, win it that way if they want to. So we'll see what goes on. I'm going to fast forward. And again, we'll just see what happens. Because I don't think we need to make a cut. But we'll see. I mean, there's 5 minutes of this battle. So it'll be interesting to see whether either of them will make a move. Or whether Mordor will just go, you know what, it's game over. Oh, no, he definitely has made a move. He has sent in the shock. He's not waiting around. He's like, well, we'll go for it. We'll see what happens. Might be able to catch them out of their phalanx. I don't know if they necessarily will be in it. It's a lot of elves, this average shocking breakthrough, though. And it is pretty bang average. Asking a lot, yeah. It's losing already. Giving another attack order. I don't really know. He literally could do with like one, maybe two more infantry units that are really healthy, and he could get through this. Yeah, that Mordor unit. I think he's retreating it. I don't know what he's doing. He's messing around with it, and he's going to die. He's going to waver and break there. Yeah, I think he's withdrawn it. Yeah. He's withdrawn it. A lot of those orcs didn't come back after they went in there. That was a healthy, well, not relatively healthy 100-man unit. I think he's going to bait the elves out. He's going to hope that they're going to come and countercharge. They might. I don't think they will. I think if I was the elven player, I'd play safe. We have had a simultaneous attack over on this front here. And the orcs look like they're having a bit more joy here. They've actually somehow got behind gate wardens. So this actually looks a lot better. kind of sort of accidentally encircle the elves here. The elves here, are they losing? They are winning. Oh my gosh, these elves just refuse to lose. I mean, it's still a very relatively healthy gate warden. You've got to take that into account. Uruk Throng, yeah, they are dying. Over on this side, they have sent in the guards the teeth again as well. They are, I'd say, equally struggling. I feel like both sides here, you know, literally on the dregs of their troops left. These spears and polearms have been here since the very beginning of this fight, and they're still holding on, which is insane. Which is why, when you fight on Helm's Deep, I always feel like Isengard is the most appropriate faction. Because you've got so many explosive units, you can just send those to just blow up a gate. It's such a tough map to fight on. It really is. Yeah, Uruk Throng, they are going to break here in a minute, and I imagine once they break, we might see a few more mass routes take place. Oh, the elves, yeah, they've fully sallied down. Look at that, they've routed everything up there. They've sallied down. A general has died, though. Legolas is now dead. That's not going to change the game, is it? Oh, maybe not. No, look at that. Bounce power is shifting. 193 is 200. It is close. Uruk is getting routed in multiple places here. I don't know what happened to the polearm. It got left there. They just charged down with the archers. And it looks like they are finally going to be able to actually access these supply barrels that they've left right at the beginning of the game. And that is going to be a mass rout. And literally 182 elves have survived this siege. And it certainly is a Pyrrhic victory for sure. It's hard to say. I mean, poor Mordor had a really tough ask to try and break through there. I mean, I don't think they've got many units with triple figure kills because the elven army is so small. But yeah, it was a really impressive fight there by Drago playing as the Wooden Realm. He did send this one in. Yeah, thank you very much, man, for sending it in. It was a fun match. I did enjoy checking out. Obviously, a grindy one. One for those siege lovers that, you know, don't mind just seeing nothing really move, just seeing a lot of men die. But yeah, it shows that, you know, the few can beat the many in some circumstances. Yeah, Legolas here, 424 kills. Very good. Lasgarn Blades here with 201 kills. 207, 152 kills with the Forest Sentinels. 110 kills with the Gate Wardens. 336 kills with another Gate Warden. 429 kills with the Hall Guardians. 294 kills with the Hall Guardians here. 195 with that one is insane as well. Lasgarn Rangers, 266 kills. 215. Lords Lasgarn, 260 kills. 250 there as well. I mean, they did very well to the archers. I mean, they burned through their ammo quickly, but they also got kills solidly in melee as well. Trolls only getting 85 kills, which is sad to see. I mean, they were fighting elves, which doesn't help, but even still fighting elves, you should still see the troll get more than 100 kills, you'd hope. Or otherwise, it just doesn't feel like it's been used properly. Servants to the Eye, some of these guys getting like 2 kills is horrendous. Some of these archers, yeah, never really got to use their full potential, going focused down. Even if they got rid of the supply barrel right at the beginning of the game. 125 kills with the Uruk archer is not too bad, though. Guards of the Teeth here getting 151 kills. 106 with the Mordor Uruks here. But yeah, then all the rest of the infantry really struggling. Witchkin got 175 kills, which is very good for him. But yeah, some solid kills, that's for sure, for the elves, Uruks, and orcs, not so great. But there you go, guys. That is today's Dawnless Days Siege Battle. If you did enjoy and want to see more of this sort of content, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and a comment to show support. And if you want to send in any of your own replays, do send them into my Discord. Link is down below in the description. And you're more than welcome to send them in. Or if you want to join just to, get involved in any of the Total War shenanigans and scenarios we do there, then feel free to do that as well. But until next time, folks, I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.